Hello, thank you for joining me. Today I'm at the British Motor Museum, which is behind me there. And in today's video, I'm not actually going to do a tour of the museum. The reason I'm here is because the IFA club, that's the club who has the Trabants, the Ladas, the Wartburgs and various other recent Bloc cars, are having a meeting there. So I've come up in my Lada, got here a bit earlier. What I'm going to do, I'm expecting a convoy to come, because the IFA club had an event yesterday driving all around Warwickshire, which thought about going to, but then I was lured away by the Bluebell Railways Gala, so I didn't actually do the road one yesterday, but I've come here today. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go up in that direction, up to the road, and we're going to go and watch the cars arrive. And then once they've arrived, I'll show you all the cars that are here. So the cars have now all arrived. Well, actually, they all arrived about an hour ago, and I've just been chatting to some of the other car owners, and one or two have already gone. But what we'll do, we'll go down into the car park. Obviously, there's various cars. There are some other quite interesting cars. There's another car club over there, sporty cars. Not really my kind of thing, but here down there are decent Bloc cars. So what we'll do, we'll go down to the car park and we'll just walk through and have a look, see what the turnout is, because this is what I always enjoy about these IFA events. You never quite know what's going to turn up. You know, you're pretty much guaranteed you're going to see a Trabant or a Wartburg. You usually get at least one other Lada, or you get me, and sometimes I'm the only Lada. And then sometimes you get Yugos and Moskvitches, they turn up. I don't think there's any Yugos here today, but you do get to see various different cars. So if you ever do want to, you know, see all these Eastern Bloc cars without going to somewhere like Hungary or Bulgaria, you can come to one of these events. So here we are, here's a Wartburg. It's a left-hand drive, G-Reg, so from 1990. So this would have probably been registered in either Germany or Hungary, and it's come over here. When I first started going to Hungary about 10 years ago, you would quite often see those on the road, and if you go to Hungary today, you do see them, but not anything like the numbers you do today. That's funny, not really anything to do with this video, but that Dutch registered Toyota, I overtook him on the motorway on the way up here. You know, I tend to sort of spot the unusual car number plates. So let's have a look, see what else we've got here. I mean, also there's some other cars that aren't really anything to do with today's video that are just sort of quite interesting, like see that Rover Estate. I mean, they're starting to come round. You know, it's quite a nice car. Anyway, let's do the Eastern Bloc stuff. So look at that, that's a Tatra or Tatra. Now Tatras or Tatras, they feature quite a lot in my videos, but not so much as the cars, as trams in places like Sofia in Bulgaria. There's lots of Tatra trams, and various other cities I've been to, they still have them in Hungary. If you go to Czech Republic and Slovakia, you'll see Tatra trams. So Tatra trams are still very much common trams in Eastern Europe. Got another Wartburg, like the one which we saw over there. There's a Moskvitch. That's quite an interesting car to see. You do get the other Moskvitches which have you know, more like the shape of my Lada, but I've seen a few of those in Hungary. Don't tend to see many of them. Of course, you know, the cars you most expect to see at an IFA club. 2 Trabants. There's more than 2. There's a few more. We'll see those. And they are the 2-stroke versions. You can tell by the front. The 4-stroke versions, the later ones, they have a slightly different front, and they're actually not symmetrical when you look at them. There was another Wartburg there, the green Wartburg estate, that's already gone. There's another Skoda, and we've got Wagon Trabant. I think that's quite cool. In the summer I've seen that at various events, drives around with the top down. Another Trabant. And we've got the sort of the Skoda area, and then there's a Lada. That's a bit like, we'll compare the Ladas. We'll just go up here. There's a Polski Fiat in the middle. I think that's actually a Fiat one, because it's a right and drive one. So yeah, there we are. There's my Lada, and you can see there is another Lada. It's got the bonnet up. That's an older type of Lada. It's left-hand drive. I understand it's been exported from Bulgaria, but it's quite nice standing here. You can compare the two. If you look, the bodies are very similar. They're both estates. It's the front that is the main difference. They did sell what I call the round headlights Ladas to Britain, and there are 1 or 2 around, but they are incredibly rare. I mean, my car is fairly rare, but you know, they are really rare. But there's quite a few that have come over from Eastern Europe, and chances are, if you go to Hungary, you will see you'll see Ladas on the road still in Hungary. You do tend to see them. Every now and then, as soon as I ever hear another car, I always have to look over my shoulder, because you never quite know what's going to turn up, because, you know, being as it's a huge motor museum. So basically in there, it's full of all sorts of interesting cars. I'm not going to go in there in today's video, purely because I don't know enough about the cars in there, and there's just so many. There's about 400 cars, and I just feel it's for someone who knows about those kind of cars to show you around there. This is a brilliant lineup of all these. You know, this almost could be like in a car park in Budapest, you know, in the 1990s. Let's just go over here. So we'll walk past my car, which, you know, if you've watched my videos before, you see my car appear quite often. Nice to compare it with, compare the 2 backs of estates. See how mine's got the squarish headlights, whilst that one has a sort of a more linear headlight. And then we've got 2 Skodas there, Skoda Favourite estate and a Skoda Favourite, so there you can compare the 2 Skoda Favourites. Also, you can always, that's classic as well, really. The Peugeot, the M-Reg Peugeot. So you know, it's older than my Lada, although possibly a lot more common sight on the road. What I'm going to do, I'm going to now go and have a chat with some of the owners, have a wander around and just enjoy the day. And I have never been in the museum before, so I'm going to go and have a look around. Maybe another time come back and make a video, but I think today I'm just going to stick with the Eastern Bloc cars. So hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching, and from the British Motor Museum at Gaydon with some not particularly British cars, goodbye.